Okay, so you know how this works. You bring us some interesting stuff and we dive deep. This time it's all about positive affirmations. You shared some excerpts from The Importance of Positive Affirmations, and we're going to break it down, really get to the core of what matters.
Sounds good.
We want to make sure you walk away with a solid understanding of how these affirmations work. So we'll cover a lot of ground: what they are, the science behind them, practical tips, how to deal with challenges. We'll also talk about the impact they can have on things like self-confidence, mental health, reaching those goals.
We'll also look at how they connect to different parts of your life, how gratitude plays a role, and how they can help you through tough times.
Oh, and we can't forget the science. We'll dig into that a bit more. Plus, how to create your own affirmations and stay motivated.
Exactly. This source material really dives deep into all of that.
So first things first, what exactly are positive affirmations? This source defines them as these short, positive statements. But here's the key. They're always in the present tense.
Right. And the idea is that by using these, you can start to reprogram your thoughts and beliefs.
And the source makes it really clear that our thoughts are super powerful. They actually shape the reality we experience.
Absolutely. It emphasizes how negative self-talk can really hold us back. You know, those limiting beliefs, those thoughts that tell us we're not good enough or that we can't do something.
Yeah, we all have those voices in our heads. But the source is saying those thoughts aren't just harmless. They actually affect how we see ourselves and the world. And ultimately, they impact the experiences we have.
Exactly. And that's where affirmations come in. They're like a direct counter to all that negativity. It's about consciously choosing to focus on the positive.
So instead of letting those negative thoughts run wild, we're using these affirmations to train our minds to focus on what we can do.
It's like building mental muscle, but in a positive direction.
And repetition is super important, right? It's not like you say an affirmation once and suddenly everything changes.
Definitely not. The source compares it to learning a new skill, like coding or playing an instrument. You need to practice regularly to get good at it.
So with affirmations, it's that consistent repetition that really starts to create new pathways in our brains. It's like we're making it easier to think positively over time.
It becomes more of a default setting.
But I think a lot of people might feel a bit weird when they first start using affirmations. Like maybe they don't even believe what they're saying.
Oh, absolutely. The source even mentions that. It's totally natural to feel that initial awkwardness or even disbelief.
Especially if the affirmation challenges something you've believed for a long time.
Right. But the key is to stick with it. The source reassures us that if we continue using those affirmations, they'll start to feel more real, more authentic.
Like they actually resonate with us on a deeper level.
And here's where things get really interesting. The source suggests that as our thoughts start to shift because of these affirmations, our actions naturally begin to change too.
So it's not just about changing our thinking, it's about changing our behavior as well.
Exactly. And as our actions change, the reality we experience starts to reflect those new positive beliefs.
So it all starts to connect. Our thoughts, our actions, our experiences.
And what's really exciting is that there's actual science backing this up. The source moves on to explain that this isn't just wishful thinking or some feel-good fluff. There's a real basis for it.
Yeah, it talks about this concept of cognitive restructuring. What exactly does that mean?
Imagine you have a garden, but it's full of weeds. Those weeds are the negative thoughts that are cluttering up your mind.
Okay, I can see that.
And affirmations are like planting new seeds, positive seeds that you're actively cultivating. So cognitive restructuring is about replacing those unhelpful thoughts with ones that are more constructive.
So it's like intentionally weeding out the negative and planting positive seeds in our minds.
Precisely. And affirmations are a really effective tool for that process.
And then the source dives into this fascinating concept of neuroplasticity. It's like this incredible superpower our brains have.
Right. It's the brain's ability to reorganize itself and form new connections throughout our lives. So we're not stuck with the wiring we were born with. Our brains are constantly changing and adapting.
And affirmations are a way to tap into that neuroplasticity and actually rewire our brains for the better.
Every time we repeat an affirmation, we're strengthening those neural pathways associated with positive thoughts. And the more we do it, the easier it becomes to think that way.
The source actually mentions some research by Dr. David Creswell at Carnegie Mellon University.
Oh yes, his work is fascinating. He found that practicing self-affirmations can have a significant impact on how we handle stress and perform under pressure.
Really? So it's not just about feeling good, it's about actually improving our ability to cope.
Exactly. And what's particularly interesting is that self-affirmation actually activates the reward centers in the brain.
Like when we accomplish something or experience something pleasurable.
Exactly. So it triggers the release of certain neurochemicals that increase our motivation and make us feel more capable.
So it's not just a mental shift, it's a physiological one as well.
Precisely. The source also points out that using affirmations regularly can boost self-esteem and self-compassion.
Because when we're constantly affirming our worth and our strengths, we start to view ourselves in a more positive light.
Right. And that shift in how we see ourselves can lead to greater confidence, healthier relationships, and a deeper sense of fulfillment overall.
So we've got a good understanding of what positive affirmations are and the science behind them. But how do we actually put them into practice effectively?
Well, the source offers some really helpful strategies. And the first one is to be specific and clear in your affirmations.
So it's not enough to just say, I am successful.
Right. That's a bit vague. Instead, you want to be more targeted, like, I am achieving my goals and moving closer to my dreams every day.
Okay, so give your brain a clear roadmap. Be specific about what you want. What's next?
Another key tip is to use the present tense. Frame your affirmations as if the desired outcome is already happening.
So instead of saying, I will be confident, you say, I am confident and capable.
Exactly. It helps to align your thinking with the belief that you already possess those qualities.
It's like you're already living that reality in your mind.
And the source also emphasizes the importance of adding emotion to your affirmations.
Right. It's not just about reciting words robotically. You need to feel it.
Yes. Put some real energy and emotion behind those words. Really feel the sense of pride, joy, gratitude, or excitement, as you say them. That helps them connect with your subconscious mind on a deeper level.
It's like really embodying those positive feelings.
And of course, consistency is crucial. You need to make this a regular practice.
Like anything you want to get good at.
Yeah.
Practice makes progress.
Exactly. The source suggests integrating your affirmations into your daily routine. Maybe say them first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed, whatever works for you. The key is to make it a habit.
And the source also talks about visualization.
Yes. That's a really powerful technique. As you're saying your affirmations, try to create a mental image of yourself already living the life you desire. Really see yourself succeeding and feel those emotions.
It's like creating a movie in your mind where you're the star.
Yeah.
And you're already living your best life.
Exactly. That visualization helps solidify the connection between your affirmations and your desired reality.
Okay, so we know how to use affirmations effectively. But let's be real, it's not always easy to stick with it.
Definitely not. There can be challenges. The source addresses that head on.
Like that initial disbelief we talked about. How do you push past that?
Well, the source points out that disbelief is totally normal, especially when the affirmation contradicts something you've believed for a long time. But here's the interesting part. That resistance you feel, that skepticism, can actually be a sign that you're starting to break through those old limiting beliefs.
So it's like a sign that something is shifting.
And the key is to not give up. The more you repeat those affirmations, the more you chip away at that disbelief.
It's about showing your brain a new way of thinking, even if it doesn't immediately buy into it.
Exactly. And when it comes to staying committed over time, the source recommends some helpful strategies.
Like setting reminders.
Yes, maybe on your phone or even a sticky note somewhere you'll see it. You can also link your affirmations to existing habits, like say them while you brush your teeth or make coffee.
Make it a non-negotiable part of your day.
And above all, be patient with yourself. The source emphasizes that progress, not perfection, is the goal. Trust the process and believe in your ability to create change. It might not happen overnight.
It's a journey,
Exactly. A journey towards a more positive and empowered you.
One area where affirmations can really shine is in building self-confidence. The source talks about that quite a bit.
Definitely. It explains that self-confidence is all about believing in yourself, and affirmations are a powerful way to cultivate that belief.
Because when we affirm our strengths and abilities, we're sending a message to ourselves that we are capable.
And that inner belief can empower us to take risks and pursue opportunities that we might have been afraid of before.
It can help us silence that inner critic that's always trying to hold us back.
Precisely. Affirmations are like a counter-narrative to all that negative self-talk.
Yeah.
We're replacing those critical voices with messages of support and encouragement.
We're amplifying the voice of our inner champion.
And it's not just an internal shift. The source points out that self-confidence can actually change how others perceive us.
Because when you believe in yourself,
Mm.
it shows. And people are drawn to that confidence.
It can open doors to new possibilities in all areas of our lives, from career advancements to stronger relationships.
And affirmations can be incredibly valuable during tough times, when we're facing challenges or setbacks.
They serve as a reminder that our worth isn't dependent on external circumstances, that we are valuable regardless of what's happening around us.
It's like having this inner compass that always points us back to our true selves.
Precisely. And that inner strength is essential for navigating the ups and downs of life.
The source also explores the impact of positive affirmations on our mental health. It's a really important connection.
Absolutely. Our thoughts have a huge impact on our emotional well-being, and negative thinking patterns can contribute to stress, anxiety, and even depression.
So affirmations can be a powerful tool for breaking those negative cycles.
Exactly. They help us to introduce more balanced and positive thoughts into our minds. And the source specifically mentions how affirmations can help reduce stress.
How does that work?
When we focus on positive thoughts through affirmations, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the part of our nervous system that controls our relaxation response.
So it's like we're giving our bodies a signal to calm down.
Exactly. And that can help counteract the physiological effects of stress.
The source also suggests that affirmations can be helpful for managing anxiety.
Yes, because anxiety often stems from negative self-talk and fear of the future. Affirmations that focus on the present moment and our own capabilities can help to reframe those anxious thoughts.
So instead of worrying about what might happen, we're affirming that we're safe and capable in this moment.
Exactly. And that can bring a sense of reassurance and control.
The source also mentions the importance of self-compassion, which is so crucial for mental well-being. How do affirmations play a role there?
Affirmations that focus on self-love and kindness can be incredibly powerful, like, I am deserving of love and kindness, or I treat myself with the same compassion I offer to others.
They help us to cultivate a more supportive and understanding relationship with ourselves.
And that's essential for overall mental and emotional health.
Now let's talk about achieving goals. How do affirmations help us reach those milestones we set for ourselves?
The source connects affirmations to the idea of aligning our thoughts and actions with our desired outcomes.
So if you're constantly thinking about your goals and affirming your ability to achieve them, it creates this mental environment that's conducive to success.
Exactly. It's like you're creating a blueprint for success in your mind, which then guides your actions in the real world.
And it helps to maintain focus and motivation, especially when we encounter obstacles along the way.
Absolutely. Whenever you hit a roadblock, your affirmations serve as a reminder of your commitment and the bigger picture you're working towards.
They help us to persevere and keep going.
And the source also mentions how affirmations can help overcome the fear of failure, which can be a huge obstacle for many people.
Because we're affirming our ability to succeed, even if we encounter setbacks along the way.
Exactly. We start to view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than as evidence of our shortcomings.
Affirmations can be a real game changer in that regard.
They can help us reframe our entire perspective on failure and turn it into a positive force for growth.
And what's really interesting is that affirmations can be used in so many different areas of life.
Oh, absolutely. The source emphasizes that there's no limit to where you can apply them, whether it's personal growth, your career, your health, your relationships, or even your finances.
It's about consciously directing positive energy towards those areas where you want to see positive change.
For example, in the realm of career, affirmations can be really helpful for building confidence and recognizing your value.
Like, I'm highly valued for my contributions, or I am successful and thriving in my career.
Exactly. Those affirmations can help you step into your power and attract new opportunities.
And in the realm of health and wellness, it's about reinforcing those positive habits and prioritizing self-care.
Affirmations like, I am strong, healthy, and full of energy can really support your overall well-being.
And there's this really interesting connection between practicing affirmations and cultivating gratitude. The source talks about how these two practices work together synergistically.
Oh, definitely. Gratitude is like this incredible amplifier for affirmations.
Because when we're grateful for what we already have, it reinforces the positive energy we're putting out there.
And when we combine affirmations with gratitude, it creates this really powerful mindset shift.
It's like acknowledging the abundance in our lives while also affirming what we want to create in the future.
And that combination can be incredibly powerful, especially during challenging times.
Because even when things are tough, we can still find things to be grateful for. And that helps us to maintain a sense of hope and resilience.
Absolutely. Gratitude helps to keep us grounded and focused on the good, even amidst the storms.
And speaking of facing adversity, the Force specifically talks about using affirmations during difficult times.
It emphasizes how affirmations can be a real source of strength and encouragement when we need it most.
They can help us to shift our focus away from the problem and towards solutions.
Right. Affirmations like, I am resilient and I can overcome this, can remind us of our inner strength and our ability to navigate challenges.
They help us to reframe setbacks as opportunities for growth.
Exactly. They remind us that we have the power to overcome adversity and come out stronger on the other side.
One of the most profound aspects highlighted in the source is the ability of affirmations to actually shift our belief systems.
It's amazing, isn't it? Our beliefs shape our reality. And if we're carrying limiting beliefs, they can really hold us back. But affirmations can help us to challenge and replace those beliefs with more empowering ones.
Like, I am enough, or I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to.
Exactly. But it's important to remember that changing those deeply ingrained beliefs takes time and consistency.
It's not an overnight process.
The more we repeat those affirmations, the more we start to reprogram our subconscious mind. And eventually, those new beliefs become our new reality.
It's like we're rewiring our brains for success and happiness.
And that's where the science comes back in. The source delves into some of the research that shows how affirmations actually impact our brains.
It mentions studies that have shown how affirmations can activate the reward centers in the brain, leading to an increase in dopamine production.
That's the neurotransmitter that makes us feel good. So we're essentially training our brains to associate positive thinking with pleasure.
And there are also physiological benefits,
Yeah.
like reduced stress and improved emotional regulation.
Studies have shown that when we focus on our strengths and values through affirmations, it can help us to better cope with stress and regulate our emotions.
And there's even evidence that affirmations can improve our performance in various areas of life.
Because they help to reduce negative self-talk and anxiety, which can really hinder our ability to perform at our best.
So the science really supports the idea that affirmations are more than just a feel-good practice. They have the potential to create real and lasting changes in our brains and our lives.
Absolutely. They're a powerful tool for personal growth and transformation.
And to wrap things up, the source provides some guidance on how to create our own personalized affirmations.
It suggests starting by identifying the areas where you want to see change. Then craft affirmations that are positive, present tense, and most importantly, feel authentic to you.
Make them specific and clear, and infuse them with genuine emotion.
And don't worry if you feel doubt along the way. That's completely normal. Just keep practicing and trust the process. You might want to track your progress and celebrate those small wins along the way. That can help to maintain motivation and reinforce your commitment.
So to summarize, positive affirmations, as we've explored in depth today, are a powerful tool for transforming our mindsets and creating positive change in our lives. They're backed by science, and they're most effective when practiced consistently with intention and emotion.
They offer a practical and accessible path to greater self-confidence, improved mental well-being, and enhanced goal achievement.
And here's a final thought to ponder as you continue on your journey with affirmations. Think about one long-held belief you have about yourself that you now realize might be limiting you in some way. How could you create a specific present-tense affirmation infused with genuine emotion that would gently nudge that belief in a more empowering direction? And what small action could you take today, right now, that aligns with that new affirmation and helps to solidify that shift within you?
That's a powerful question, and can be a great starting point for anyone looking to harness the transformative power of positive affirmations.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We hope you've gained valuable insights from the importance of positive affirmations and that you feel equipped to begin incorporating this powerful practice into your own life.
It's been a pleasure exploring this topic with you.
And remember, the journey to a more positive and empowered you starts with a single thought, repeated with intention and belief.
One affirmation at a time.
Until next time, keep those positive thoughts flowing.
And keep believing in yourself.
You've got this.
Absolutely.